Welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Monday, May 17. Executive Director of the Barbados Employers Confederation, Sheena Mayes-Granville, suggests it's highly unlikely that employers are maliciously reducing work hours to accommodate the recently introduced new minimum wage. Her comments come as Labour Minister Colin Jordan told Barbados Today his ministry has been investigating reports that some employees at security firms who previously worked up to 70 hours per week are now working for as little as 32 hours. Ms. Granville says work hours should not be affected by the increase, but she says businesses, particularly in the security sector, are under pressure.
I think any business in 2021 in our economic scenario would be hard pressed to absorb costs, and therefore would have to pass them on to who they supply services to. And the question then comes, can that business also absorb the cost? And if not, then how are these costs dealt with or reduced? And the unfortunate reality, but it is a reality, is that persons have had to reduce hours because of it. So where a business might have been utilizing security services for an entire day, because they're not able to absorb the additional cost that the security company has to pass on, they might opt to reduce hours that they have security services.
Volunteerism will be a key plank of government's blueprint to return the country to normalcy in the wake of severe fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. So says Prime Minister Mia Mottley as she today praised University of the West Indies students for their role in the Operation Seek and Save initiative as well as the national COVID-19 vaccination program at an appreciation ceremony.
I hope that the lessons of the past year have cemented in your minds a concept that service to your community, service to our community, must be a lifelong experience. This, my friends, will be critical as we move forward in a post-COVID Barbados and in a post-COVID world because of the extent to which we will have to assist always the most vulnerable among us. Getting individuals and families back on their feet will require us to extend a helping hand, perhaps unmatched by any period in our modern history. Volunteerism, no doubt, will have to be a key component in our building forward better for our people.
Principal of the University of the West Indies, Professor the Most Honorable Udine Barreto, is equally proud of her students and suggested that Operation Seek and Save could very well emerge as an international best practice.
I have to say that while they were demonstrating their true mettle by lending frontline support to combat an unfolding health crisis, they, or you, the students, were also exhibiting the indomitable spirit of the UWI Blackbird. This time, a Blackbird victory also meant a national triumph for Barbados and another UWI success story in the university helping another Caribbean country. And we all know the outcome. Your successful mission enabled public health officials in Barbados to collect information and apply appropriate intervention measures that would prevent COVID-19 from spiraling out of control. Thank you.
In today's COVID-19 update, there was one new positive case, a man who was diagnosed on Sunday from the 276 tests conducted by the Best de Santos Public Health Laboratory. 10 people recovered from the viral illness and were discharged, leaving 86 persons in isolation. Barbados has recorded 3,968 confirmed cases of COVID-19 since the start of the pandemic in March 2020. The Public Health Laboratory has conducted 163,093 tests since February last year. The National Vaccination Program has seen 75,956 people who have received both first and second doses against COVID-19.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news, an official of the Pan American Health Organization confirms that the Brazil P1 variant is in Guyana. More in this report for Newsroom Guyana.
The variants of concern that have emerged around the world include the B117 that originated in the United Kingdom, the B1351 that originated in South Africa, the P1 that originated in Brazil, and the B1617 that originated in India. According to Dr. Mendez Rico, the UK variant has been recorded in 34 countries in the Latin American and Caribbean region, the South Africa variant in 17 countries, the Brazil variant in 21 countries, and the India variant in 8 countries. During the webinar, Dr. Mendez Rico presented a table that illustrated what variants have been recorded in which countries. On this table, it was indicated that the P1 or Brazil variant was confirmed in Guyana. None of the other variants were, however, confirmed present in Guyana. Explaining exactly what variants are, Dr. Mendez Rico said that they are created through the mutations of viruses. He said that the occurrence of mutations is a natural and expected event within the evolutionary process of the virus. Though most mutations are inconsequential and some even detrimental to the virus, he said that there are some mutations which can give the virus advantages, making them more detrimental to the person infected. Importantly, Dr. Mendez Rico related that there are no studies to show that the COVID-19 vaccines are not effective against the variants of the virus.
Further afield, pubs and restaurants across much of the UK opened for indoor service for the first time since early January on Monday, even as the Prime Minister urged people to be cautious amid the spread of a more contagious COVID-19 variant.
No longer forced to huddle under their umbrellas as the British weather refuses to cooperate. From Monday onwards, customers in most of the UK can eat indoors as coronavirus restrictions are further eased. It's a welcome relief.
I'm very excited. You know, London's weather is very weird at the moment. It's been raining, it's been really cold, and I'm just looking forward to being inside in the warm with my friends.
After almost 4 months of lockdown, residents in England can once again go for a drink down the pub, and go to the theatre and cinema as the UK economy opens up again. Travel to a select number of countries is also allowed. But the government urged citizens to enjoy their newfound freedoms responsibly, warning that the timetable for removing all restrictions in June could be scuppered amid a surge in cases of the more transmissible Indian variant, now accounting for around half of new cases of COVID-19.
New variants are one of the biggest risks to this opening. Because of the speed of transmission of this one, it can really spread like wildfire amongst the unvaccinated groups.
Bolton and Blackburn in the north of England are some of the areas the hardest hit by the variant, prompting local authorities to step up vaccinations with pop-up centres like this one in a race to immunise as many people as possible. So far, almost 3/4 of British adults have had at least a first dose of coronavirus vaccine, and more than 38% have had both doses.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.